Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. As always, we have our piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading, those will be closed until next year, and I will make an announcement when they have opened back up again. There will be a reading giveaway. Keep your eye out for that on my Facebook page. I'll be posting a reading giveaway in the coming days. So that being said, I will leave you with your selection, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the pink opal heart, then this one is for you. Compassionate and nurturing energy from this stone. This is a stone encouraging you to clear anxiousness in regards to speaking your truth, and just finding peace and balance and emotional tranquility. So let's jump into your reading, group 1. There is challenge in this reading, I will say, but there's also strength in you. So let's move through this together. In the past energy, we have literally the strength card, Leo's energy. I can also see Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Libra here as well, and Cancer too. Might be your energy, may not. That's all good if it's not. Let's just have a look at the past energy here with strength. The 4 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So I get a lot of different messages for this group. So you will find, I think, everyone's resonating a little differently. I see complication when it comes to connection with people, community, work, family, whatever it might be for you. But I see here with the strength, 4 of Wands, 7 of Wands, Queen of Swords, like initially my first feelings when I saw this is you as a person may not have felt like you do fit into your community or into your school or into your family or wherever it is you found yourself. You may have felt like you don't quite fit in, or you found it a struggle to find people that resonate with you in your journey. That may be the case for you. For a lot of you, this is an immediate situation where there might be some disharmony within the home, or maybe, at the time of this recording, it is Christmas time, and the end of the week, I think it will be Christmas. So there may be a lot of stress around the organization and getting together with people, or not being able to get together with people. It just looks like a great deal of challenge here in regards to your community or your home space. And I think you're just wanting to just relax and just take a bit of space to be in your own energy, make your own decisions or choices. With the Queen of Swords and the 7 of Wands here, there's very defensive energy. So you might be either dealing with someone who's very defensive and sharp and hard to communicate with, or it could also be that you're feeling like you need to assert a boundary here, which is interesting. We have got the set boundaries card in your self-care prompts. Setting boundaries in your life is a great way to put yourself first, and I feel like there's a big boundary that's being set in the recent past. This is past energy, and the Queen of Swords is kind of current energy. So I do feel there's, you've come out of that now. Maybe you've already said your truth, or you're still in the process of that. And I feel as well, there's some of the people connecting to this reading, you've already moved to a different place, or you're moving to a different place in a different community. You're looking to reach out to find people that are more resonant with you, people you can share your journey with. I think there's been challenge there for some. So in the current energy moving ahead into this week, we've got the Knight of Cups, the Page of Swords, the High Priestess to start with. So some pretty interesting energy. I feel like for a lot of you, some of you are really developing your spiritual practices here, and you're really trying to learn so much more about the mysteries of life, and perhaps developing your intuition. Some of you might be readers yourself and learning to strengthen those abilities. But for a lot of you, I think you are also dealing with a multitude of people this week. This could be family members, it could be your children, it could be anything really. With this Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, I feel like these are 2 external energies, or 1 external energy from you, that actually get so many different things. For some of you, it's definitely dealing with difficult energies, and someone who might be very interested in you, or it may be you're already in a relationship with a specific person who maybe isn't taking things as seriously as you would like, or is just not as, or maybe just not on the same page here as I look at the Page of Swords. I do feel like this is, a double message here, where some you're dealing with a specific person, and others this is about your own development and what you're learning, and also just trying to relax and have a bit more fun with life and just let go a little bit. I feel like you're trying to find a little bit of ease, a little bit of grace. With the page of, the Knight of Cups, it's often a card of, this person is someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. They're so fanciful and not so serious. They can be very floaty and funny and good to be around. So you might be spending time with someone of that energy and trying to just feel a little bit more lighthearted, especially if you've been dealing with difficult energies. It's a bit of a choppy reading, group 1, so hopefully it resonates with you in some way or another. I feel like you're really trying to learn a lot about yourself here, though, a lot about your own emotional healing as well. It's a big part of your journey. Further into the week ahead, from the High Priestess moves on into the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Cups. So we'll just stop there for a tick, because it is a heavy energy, and you're moving through that this week. For some of you, it may be triggered by the Christmas season. I know that is really challenging for a lot of people, especially when we have childhood trauma and you see so many people having this wonderful time, or it may look that way, and it might not be the case for you. You might be stressed about spending that time with people who make you feel less than, or just not good, or maybe not having anyone at all at this time. The 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords is being trapped by grief and immobilized, and just, I do feel like there will be some sort of hiccup this week that you're managing to move through. You're trying your best, you're relying on your resources, your inner strength, all of that to move through challenge at this time, and standing up for yourself and making boundaries where necessary, but also trying to find some lighthearted fun in connections where you can as well. You then move on to the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. So what I see for you, group 1, is a painful liberation process that you're moving through. And I guess this stuff is just the details, but the bigger picture is what this is about. And I feel like you're making choices that are going to help you move into more independence or more strength. You're making choices, like the crystal speaks of, speaking authentically without worrying about what other people might think, and calming the anxious nerves in regards to all of that. And with the 9 of Pentacles here in the end of your week, 3 of Wands, it's like you're starting to see how you are abundant, how you are capable, and how you can continue to align to the things that you want, shedding out the things that you don't. The 3 of Wands is their waiting energy. It's an expansion energy as well. So I feel like at the end of the week, you're stepping back into your power from whatever has given you some sense of hiccup or some sense of challenge, where you felt not capable or stuck or fearful or just sorrowful in some sense. Is something that feels like you have no control over it. But where your control lies is back in your abundance, back in yourself, back in your own energy, in your body. This is also looking after your body, eating well, treating your body right, and enjoying your home environment, all of that sort of stuff. Just really coming back to self, coming back to truth. And the 3 of Wands and ending your week, it's like you're waiting for something. You're waiting for... We've got the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck for saying that this reading it's a week of clarity and truth for you. What are you waiting for? The 2 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. Wow. 8 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. You might be waiting for companionship. You might be waiting for a specific partner to meet your needs or meet you halfway with something. You might be, this doesn't have to be romantic. It can be to do with family, waiting for people to pull their heads in and figure out what we're doing on Christmas Day, or like whatever it might be for you. 2 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, you're waiting for connection, you're waiting for community, you're waiting to come together, you're waiting for something beautiful. 8 of Cups is a process of leaving something behind that is heavy. The underlying energy of this is leaving behind the Tower, right? You may have left a very difficult situation and you're just hoping for more peace in your life and looking forward into what next year might hold. That might be what the 3 of Wands is about, expansion into next year as you close out whatever's happened here. In the challenge, we have got Judgment, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. So that's really heavy energy, where the challenge might be realizing with this Judgment here that there's something here that's very crippling that needs to end for you. Something with the 9 of Swords that's made you feel a lot of anxiety and inability to maybe even end a situation. But the challenge here, I feel, let's go straight to what will help with the challenge perhaps, because the challenge is, ending something might be the challenge, or help ending mental health instability and things like how the way we're thinking, the way we're processing, the way we're perceiving our reality and the people around us and perceiving ourselves. There might be a real challenge. But also I can see situations that aren't fitting. Leaving those may be the challenge. What will help with the challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. I always love how he shows up, so steady and grounded and just practical. Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out for help where needed, or offer your help where needed if that's necessary. If there's a chance where you can be generous and give someone assistance in some way this week, be in the giving spirit, then absolutely, by all means, that will help. Helping others may help you. But in this situation, I'd mostly feel this is about you receiving help or helping yourself, having a careful, steady plan for the future to help move yourself out of a stressful and heavy situation, Six of Swords, right? A more balanced situation, more equal give and take, reciprocity in your connections, so not overgiving, not giving to situations that just don't return, not depleting yourself for others, but just ending those cycles if necessary or where necessary, and making lots of plans for a calm and steady 2023. That's what I'm feeling here. A lot of future planning is going to help. So in further guidance, we have the Ten of Wands, Death, and the Hermit. There is a lot that you are carrying, but with the Hermit and Death, this is a pretty big message from Spirit here that says you know what you're carrying. You know that transforming and releasing, transmuting that is going to really help you, and you know that there's a lot of soul searching and self-discovery to get to that point of transmutation, of transformation, and leaving the heaviness and the things that weigh you down, the things that you don't need to carry, the old things from the past, old experiences that you may then expect the worst from things, but you can actually expect good things to happen rather than holding on to the past. It's a lot about letting go with the Six of Swords here, the Ten of Wands, Death. There's a lot here about letting go. But the Hermit here is a beautiful card of just taking that time out that you might need. Look at this card here, you've got relaxation. To me, Hermit energy can be very relaxing in that you pull away from the external stimuli and messages and even readings like this to connect in with your own truth, to give yourself that silence you need. Maybe read a little book or gaze at the moon, at the stars, just to whatever it is, a bit of silence, a bit of away from the world, to get your own truth. How do you feel? What do you want? A really, really, really great recommendation at this point I'll pull up now is lists. Start writing lists about what you want to see next year. What goals do you have? What do you want to manifest? Write a bucket list, perhaps, if that's where you're at. Write something that this is a list of why I'm awesome. That's a great one. List your accomplishments. Start really writing out some lists of all different things, whatever comes to you. Maybe you thought of it while listening to this reading, what list you should write, and do write that list. Because that's very much part of self-inquiry of the Hermit and discovering what it is you want to bring into the next year. And it'll start you thinking about, well, how am I going to make that align? How am I going to make that real? How am I going to make it happen? Ten of Wands, Death, and the Hermit, a really powerful message there of big letting go, massive change. You're off on a journey, a soul searching, a journey of peace, a journey of release, and a journey of self-becoming as well. So we have in the outcome the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Starting with the Eight of Pentacles, this is you mastering something great, mastering yourself, mastering your world, your life, your home space, whatever it is you want to develop, refine, and build upon, right? Not being distracted by what other people want from you or other expectations, but truly focusing on your own journey, your own healing, writing your lists, taking care of yourself. Two of Wands, future planning, and the Page of Pentacles. This is definitely massive future planning. Some of you, this is planning to move away overseas, interstate, to move your whole home, your life. For some of you, this is planning for a new career. For some of you, this is planning a getaway of some kind, a retreat, an escape even, if that is necessary. This is planning for new beginnings, new journeys, new lifestyle, more connection to the earth, more connection to your community and being involved and more creative. There's a lot to be said here for this feels like, I don't know, the year seems to be winding up in some way for you that's like, is it a crescendo? things are changing. I feel that's what I get from this reading. Things are changing, and it's uncomfortable at times, and it requires release and positivity and expecting the best for sure. Three of Pentacles. Let's go into the Oracle cards. I did see relaxation that you had there. A beautiful time to absorb any opportunity you get. Just soak it up. Withdraw where needed. Hermit is there in further guidance. Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Just pull back, give to yourself, be generous to yourself. Rest with a book, maybe not so much on the screen or something. Do different type of relaxation and rest. You also have the card Home, which is kind of nice to have with the card Relaxation. Just relaxing at home. Make home space beautiful. Put on some beautiful scents or sounds or things that make it even more relaxing. Light some candles. Maybe you'd like to redecorate or clean the home. Something like this, helping release. There's a lot to be said for home and changes around the home. And just enjoying that relaxing time at home. You also have a bath. What better card to have? Even the color sort of drips into this one. Have a nice relaxing bath at home. You've also got movie, which is another sweet one to do at home. Maybe like to watch a little Christmas movie or something, or just any kind of movie, it doesn't matter. You've got write lists. We already spoke on that. These are all your self-care prompts. There's so many beautiful ones here. You've got start saving, so thinking about your abundance for the future and building upon that. So, it'll make you, having some savings behind you will make you feel more at ease, and that is very true. We already saw set boundaries. I love that one. You have I am safe in the personal power cards. That's an affirmation. I am safe, trusting that you are safe in your home space, in your body, in your mind. If there has been challenge, that you can do what's necessary to protect yourself, or that you are protected. Boundaries may be necessary to ensure that, but you know that you can. We have I am perceptive. And this card is an interesting one. She has these cobwebs all over her, and on the inside of the cobweb is this dead roses. On the outside of the cobweb is this beautiful fresh rose. So what this is saying is very much like the Six of Swords message of clearing away the old experiences, the letdowns, the disappointments, and not expecting a repeat of that. But really, once you remove all that stuff and truly release, you can start to see that maybe this beautiful, fresh, fragrant rose is available to you after all, and that you can have that. And I did actually even notice on the Two of Wands, these sweet roses here on his desk really stuck out when I was looking at this card. So it might be that, you know, I think it definitely is, that you are headed into a more beautiful time, a more abundant time, a time of beauty, and beauty being important to you, and what beauty actually means. I think the mystery of the rose might be something you'd like to explore and study. There's a lot of beautiful sacred teachings of the rose. But anyway, back over here, I think this is about Two of Wands, planning for more beauty in your life and no longer accepting or repeating old patterns in the past. You are perceptive. You can use that perception and your experiences from the past to set boundaries or protect yourself or make choices that are very strong and perceptive and clear. With the Queen of Swords, we saw the Ace of Swords. A lot of cutting away, a lot of using your past experiences to benefit you, not hold you back. And then releasing those and expecting the best. We have a couple of tea leaf oracle. A few came out. We have staff. You will be taken, I wanted to read it this way. Sorry. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. You might be dealing with that type of energy. You have funnel, a period of frustration and lessons to be learned. You had club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. I don't want these to be an alarming type of card. The tea leaf oracle are a bit like, look out. But in combination with all of this, this can be anyone just trying to, you know, make you meet their needs or not respect the fact that your choices are changing, things like that. But what came out next was news is on the way, bird flying, and staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So even if that news is intuitive messages that help you get your way through, make choices, trusting on your intuition. What I did like though was the bird card came out, and then so did Eagle from the Wings of Wisdom Oracle. So I'll go to this card now. It is about expansion, vision, and flying high. The affirmation is, I reach new heights with courage and grace. Beautiful to see that after having the Seven of Wands and strength in your immediate past energy, where you've really, in exactly that, like Seven of Wands is reaching new heights, and strength is about courage. So allow your process to become easier by letting go of control and fear. Trust that you can grow to meet any challenge by allowing your higher self to show you the way. And that's why the High Priestess is in the middle of your week next week. You can rely on your intuition, not the fear and the way you think you haven't got control, or where you think someone has control over you, or that you, anything that makes you think you can't. There's a lot of beautiful affirmations that help you bring you back to the truth and back to, even if it's I don't need to know right now, thank you Spirit for guiding me as each moment passes. Whatever affirmation you have that brings you back into the now and not into where you feel your power isn't. But anyway, the more you develop your ability to connect with Spirit and let go of ego, the more you can be inspired, an inspired guide for others. You're meant to have big dreams and bold visions. Trust that you have what it takes to succeed. You have greater potential than you realize. Challenge yourself to drop beyond the limits of the past. And again, it brings us back to the Six of Swords and the I am perceptive card. The past will no longer hold you back. This is really a time. Even the courageous lion here, I've just noticed here. Like, you're definitely, the news that's on the way may be very intuitive news. But this challenge is something you are moving through that will benefit you greatly. I see the Nine of Wands there. Let's get one more card for group one. All right, let's get two more cards for group one. Oh. Okay, it was that one. We'll take it, Page of Wands. And these three came out. We might as well have a little look. Yeah. Yep. This confirms it all, doesn't it? We've got the Three of Swords was the first card. I'm like, all right, maybe we'll get another one. Page of Wands as well. You've also got the Four of Cups, the Star, and the Five of Wands. So you are healing through great disappointment and no longer allowing yourself to repeat old patterns. When I see the Page of Wands, it's someone who's learning through their experiences, and they need these experiences. They need conflict and resistance and things like that to learn. I think you're learning how to lighten the load and let go. Four of Cups is here, Five of Wands. There's a lot of disappointment in connection with people that just haven't worked out, or you haven't met, you're just not conducive. I think there's been a lot of disappointment there. It could be one particular connection, it could be multiple connections, but I feel like you're finding a lot of healing, purpose and liberation in the journey forward, no longer accepting this old energy and empowering yourself to build a beautiful future and no longer engage with conflict. It's just not what you're here for. I think you're clearing away the old and healing in a really big way with this beautiful star. And many opportunities with the Two of Wands and the Page of Pentacles yet to come your way. It just needs your devotion. And that's why the Knight of Pentacles is here, and what will help, really, truly. Don't be afraid to ask for help, but show up every day. Just chip away. All right, so that's what I have for you, group one. I hope this reading has resonated with you and given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. Keep your eyes out for a reading giveaway. I'll be doing that in the coming days. We'll be posting that on Facebook. I'll post it everywhere else, but the entry will be on Facebook. And private readings will be, I think they're all booked out now until next year, but I look forward to catching you next year if that's the case. We'll hopefully do a Christmas message as well. Say all the stuff. So that's what I have for you, group one. I'll leave it there. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Merry Christmas. Bye. Hey group two, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this lepidolite heart, then this one is for you. Lovely stone, the lepidolite heart. It is a stone of transition and emotional healing, helping just bring balance back into a situation and relieving stress and depression. A nice transition card which really matches your reading. I see you're in a transition yourself. There's a lot of shift and change happening in your life and has been for some time. Given that the first 5 cards of your reading are all major arcana, very interesting. I will go through the energies I can see here. Pisces, Cancer quite strongly, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, Leo. There's a lot here. Sagittarius is here as well. Okay. Yeah, let's jump into your reading with the past energy. We've got the High Priestess, the Moon, and the Magician. Amazing, amazing energy in your past. So for many of you, you've had a level of spiritual awakening happening in your world, I would say here, or a really big shift in your understanding, your choices, your life. There's a lot of review happening here. With the High Priestess and the Moon, I can see, even with the Moon here, like that looks like a 1 month period time. It may be longer for you, but it does look like there's been a great deal of shift and change in the last month. And a lot of what is changing is uncertain, in a sense, that I do feel like there's a lot that you don't know, and you just, if there's ever been a time to trust that things are going to be okay and that you can move through this transition, then now is that time to trust and believe that you've actually got a lot more power within the situation than you may have realized. And I think you might be starting to realize that, because the Magician is here, and that follows on into the Fool. So it's like you're ready to try new things and experience different things for yourself, different connections or different choices. Like you're ready to step into your power here. There's been a lot of fear in that process, but you're really taking the steps necessary to bring yourself forward on your journey out of a stuck place, perhaps, or out of some stagnancy, or out of something that's been really, really hard to rebuild from, or, come out of. Either way, there looks to be a lot of guidance for you in the recent past, and particularly, and now as well, just telling you exactly where you need to go and what you need to do, and to trust this journey, and to really work on your own skill development. If that's psychic skill development, if you want to be a reader, I can definitely see that here. There's a real strong potential for this group to be healing and healers, very much so. Or even if your music, I'm picking up with the Magician here, if you're a musician, if there's something that you really want to develop, or really make that a part of your world more, then this message is that you're being called to that for a very good reason, and you're to explore these new avenues to open yourself up to different potentials. There's a message here of travel as well. For some people, you might be literally looking to move into a new place with the Fool and the Chariot, something you've never done before. You're definitely doing things differently than you have in the past. And it's scary, and there's a risk there, like the crocodile I'm just noticing here, but your sights are set more on your ability to handle that crocodile should you come across one, rather than fearing that a crocodile may exist at all. Interesting. Anyway, further into your week ahead, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, so you may be feeling like you're you've got what you need at this time. Like all of these cards show a great amount of capability and abundance. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very abundant and nurturing. It's somebody who has all that they need, and they're not really focused on external validation or anything like that. It's more just they are so abundant and beautiful because they're focused on their own journey and watering their own garden and just taking care of themselves, taking care of their children. This can also be an increase in finances, or just feeling like, there's a lot to be organized in regards to your physical assets or your business. Further into the week ahead, we do have the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So I do see that there's something, this could be in regards to how your business runs, or the way you work, or your routine. This could be anything at all. But what I see here, the Empress as well, I should say, is your skill developing, or there's something going on here. Maybe you may have finished your studies and be ready to start a business, or ready to upgrade, or ready to, get a promotion, something like this. There's definitely growth here, and you're putting down this week. I can see something where you're putting down the crap, the things that hold you down, the things that keep you stuck, the things you don't need to carry anymore, and you're deciding to pick yourself up and channel all of your energy into where your power lies with the 8 of Wands and the Empress. You might be moving somewhere, quite physically moving somewhere, as I've said a few times I think now. Definitely see that for some people here. There's movement forward either way. And the 8 of Wands often in this deck, I think, is talking of finishing the things that you have started. And so there may be some old plans or old things that you've started in the past, but they've gotten a little dusty, and you might be wanting to pick those up and revisit those things. There's a lot here about reviewing the past and realizing what isn't working for you and what is going to work for you moving forward. There's a lot to be said about growth of abundance here, and just putting down the stress. clearing things out, releasing things. You might be doing a spring clean. You might be donating a bunch of things. You might be just doing a stock take and a bit of time by yourself to check in with what you want to bring in next year. You might be really sitting with that end of year cycle process. In the challenge, we have got the King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Tower. So I feel for some of you, this could be a past situation that there may have been a great deal of loss in the past, and that may be hard to rebuild from or recuperate. For some of you, you might be feeling like, quite literally, as the Seven of Swords said, that any efforts right now are futile. And what do I want to say about that? Let's just move through the reading. This is the stress, and this is the concern, the challenge. So you might be feeling like there's so much yet to do to build yourself into the place you want to be in. Then you might be feeling like you don't know which way to go. With Seven of Cups, very confusing. There may have been a great deal of loss with the Tower. There may need to be a Tower moment in order to create the change that you want. You may need some chaos. It's interesting because we've got the Healing Chaos card with the Tower, which is quite interesting. You've also got the card Illumination. So it's like where you're at right now, and with the 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands, this week, I think you are going to realize, or are in the process of realizing, what needs to go and what can stay. You're still moving through releasing the past, and I think with the Illumination card, it's going to become quite clear what is needed here. Let's go to the Healing Chaos card in the book, or we've got Illumination, which is right next to Healing Chaos. Isn't that amazing? You've literally got Healing Chaos and Illumination together. When you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos, or the need for chaos, as an activator for profound healing. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has an underlying energy of healing. You are being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Alternatively, if your life is calm to a point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing. Do the unexpected and mix up life a bit. Illumination is here because you are guided towards what is needed, what is necessary. You also have the Oracle card retrograde, and we do have a Mercury retrograde on the 28th of December, and I think we've got Mars retrograde right now, but that's not what this is about so much. This is more about you reviewing where you're at right now, how far you've come, what things need review, what things are working for you and what things aren't. You might like to write lists, you might like to write things down, but it's certainly a card of reflection. Let's have a look at the book for this one also. Stop the normal patterns of your life and take a break. The roots of this issue are found in the past. Reconsider, revise, repair, and edit. Dig in a drawer to find an old idea to bring forth and rework it. Reconnect with old friends or previous contacts. Address some unfinished personal business. Look again and find lost items or missing information. A delay may be a saving grace in this situation, so check equipment, read the fine print, and make sure that everyone is on the same page and it is safe to move forward. This is an opportunity for a do-over. You don't need to get stuck in the past. If an old problem rears its head, rather than reinscribing dysfunctional patterns, take a different approach before you re-engage an old relationship. Inventory your heart. Consider what needs to be different this time to make it work. Broach new territory together. If you feel called to put regular work aside and attend a side agenda, a sole important short-term project, you urgently needs a bit of wisdom that you've garnered. The gift of this card is to take a deep breath. This is a moment out of the ordinary flow, an opportunity to use what you've worked so hard to learn. Use your accumulated skills, knowledge, and maturity. Slow down and thoughtful will win this race. I love that card for you, retrograde. Time to review things. Let's get back into the reading. I don't know why we jumped to Oracle, but probably because we saw the Tower and all of this futile energy and feeling like, oh my God, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I rebuild? Or how do I find success? How do I get my business off the ground? Or how do I afford the lifestyle I wish to afford? Whatever it is with the King of Pentacles, this can be very much about your physical resources and your work in the world. You've got the Queen of Pentacles here too. Something's not working. I see you reviewing that this week with the 10 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. Something that's heavy, you drop the load. You stop dealing with something you don't have to deal with anymore. you get unstuck, things flow forward, and you see more abundance. Towards the end of the week, you start to see things, anything that was heavy for you, becoming better. I already see this happening anyway. This has been a continuum, I feel. I think you've already been tweaking things. You've already been doing that, and that this is just continuum this week. And although there is a destruction, overwhelm, chaos, confusion here, what will help with this challenge is the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords, and strength. Strength is the courage to be able to handle challenge. Four of Swords is the ability to just take a step back and review, quite like retrograde card is asking of you. Six of Swords, again, a pullback card, a release of the heaviness, moving away from the drama, from the challenge, from the tension, and just letting things go easy, go quiet, take a step back, pull back, rest. It's all that energy. Taking it easy, do a bit of sorting, do a bit of clearing, slow things down, travel light, get rid of things that you're carrying. Maybe that's also, like I said before, spring cleaning can be a really good aid with releasing other things as well, clearing out the home and things you no longer need, or passing them on to someone who could use them. We have in the further guidance the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and Temperance. I feel like creativity is your saving grace here. If you're a musician, if you're an artist, if you do anything creative at all, it will really help you. Listening to music would be good, exercising, all those things are great prompts this week. I do feel for some of you, this Ace of Wands feels to be about a particular relationship. You may have stress around a special relationship in your life, and I do feel like this is not for everyone, but if there is a special relationship that is moving through a healing process, you can trust that everything is going to be okay there, I'm feeling, and any worries you have, you can work through those, and will work through those, but we'll leave that aside. I feel like this is also just stress in general about where you're headed, and it could obviously have to do with connection and other people, but mostly I think it's also to do with the timing of things and how you do need a lot of patience, and it's going to take effort to rebalance things and pull things back into order and into a way that helps you move forward in control and confidence, and knowing that you are choosing things consciously, and having great outcomes based on those conscious choices, no longer repeating patterns. Like I see a lot of this, that's what I see here too, illumination in that negative thoughts and repeating patterns, things like that. There's a lot of illumination and healing going in regards to negative thought patterns. In the outcome, we have the Three of Wands, the World, and the Death card. I love this. This is exactly, that's why I think it really confirms for me what I was saying before about this being a continuum, that you've been doing this already for some time. So this is more likely just a confirmation reading or a validation reading to say, you know, you're doing this, keep going, it's working, it's going to go well, don't give up, don't falter, or whatever else you needed to hear here. Because the Three of Wands is an expansion card, and an expansion of what? A whole new chapter, a whole new world, a whole new universe, a whole new you. She stands on this baby. It represents the underdeveloped self, and with the Death card either side, this is definitely a becoming. This is a time to be patient with yourself. And like I said at the start of this reading, if there's ever a time to trust the process, it's now. Because there's a massive transformation happening within you and in your world, and you are very much a part of that, because you are choosing to heal a chaos in your life. You will make these choices necessary. The self-loving prompts you have are get unstuck, get past the fear of change, and embrace the transformation. The door is wide open. There's nothing that holds you back here. We have the third eye chakra, resonant with the moon and the high priestess at the start of your reading. There's a lot to be said for intuitive ability here. So you kind of get that sense of knowing of where it is you're meant to be and what you're meant to do. You have the 30-day challenge. Force yourself to do something new for 30 days to form a new habit. For some of you, I was just feeling like that was quitting smoking. You may need to replace it with a different habit. I once smoked cigarettes and I quit it by walking. I know, weird, huh? There's a lot more to do with it. Intention, desire to love myself more, so many other things. But if you're wanting to overcome something, it can help to create a new healthy habit as a replacement. But no matter what your challenge is, challenge yourself to do better and be better, and form those new habits, because they will help you become unstuck and move towards the direction you're headed, this new universe, this rebirth. Everything you're going through is a lot of change. The underlying energy of this reading in the tarot is the Three of Pentacles, so definitely talking about I was going to say consistency. Don't know why, but well, sure. But this is about working together with other people. This is, it says works up the top, and this is about different ideals. They see different symbols here. So working with and learning from people from different backgrounds, and asking and letting yourself receive support from people that you may not even expect help, support and advice from, just staying open and connecting and creative. I think as well it would be helpful, I do feel, for some of you to join some sort of creative group or a creative project, or learn from other people who are creative and be inspired by them, so that you can do your own, come to life in your own way with the Prince of Wands underneath there. There's a motivation to express here, and I do see the Ace of Wands, so there's a lot here about creativity in this group too. So, oracle cards, we had Healing, Chaos, Illumination, Get Unstuck. So we also have I am responsible for my life. This is a number 5, so going through a great deal of change, and it's changed because you are deciding that you want more, or you want to step up in some way. You have sensuality. It's a beautiful thing to experience with yourself. You do not need another person to feel sensuality and learn self-pleasure in any which way, which does not have to be sexual. It can just be through dance, it can be through art, it can be through just dressing in a certain way. However you want to express your sensual energy, it can be a beautiful time for that. We also have tidying up, 4-4 there, number 4-4. So, you know, getting yourself organized, having a solid foundation to work on, clearing your workspace, sorting out things that no longer are required in your workspace, tidying up. We also have some tea leaf oracles. You have kangaroo, unsettled times and a need to plan ahead. You have a man, dealing or relationship with a man. And you have rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. So these oracles maybe have specific meanings for you, but mostly it just echoes this whole reading that, yeah, there's challenge, could have to do with a relationship, could have to do with multiple things, but the rainbow is there to say that, yeah, healing chaos, you are moving forward. And we have the Wings of Wisdom Oracle, Hummingbird, shift, optimism, spontaneity. The affirmation is, I am strength and sweetness. And the little bit in the back I'll read for you. Shift the vibration of the thoughts, words, music, or other sounds you take in each day so that they nourish you. Give yourself permission to change your mind and your direction based on what is happening in the moment. You can protect yourself by listening to your instincts. You know how to bring out the best in people and yourself by connecting with your beautiful soul. Balance a surge of energy with some divine downtime of deep stillness and rest. Give sweetly to yourself and others. You are encouraged to explore your capacity to transform and evolve, which is perfect for this whole reading. And I had this here too. What was it? I already looked at it. Yes, I did. Okay. That was the Healing Chaos card. So massive continuum, a massive change that's been going for some time and will continue as you evolve. 3 of Wands is there in the outcome. It's there as well. Saw that 6 of Pentacles there. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Knight of Swords, change happening swiftly, learning things swiftly. Oh. We've got the Prince of Pentacles there as well. So this is Prince of Swords. This, yeah, 6 of Cups. I definitely see reunion with loved ones here, coming in slowly, things working out slowly. But I see a lot of young energy here. So with all these princes and pages just in a little shuffle, 6 of Wands and Judgment, it's to say that the new things you explore right now, the new things that are in your life, the things that are growing or developing or just, you know, only just becoming, are very worth your attention and investment, because they will develop into something fantastic. And when I saw that 6 of Wands there as well, maybe even something you're well known for. So group 2, that is what I have for you, an interesting reading this week. I hope that it has resonated with you and given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. I'll be doing a reading giveaway in the coming days. I'll post about it, but it should be done on Facebook, where you can put your entry in to get a free reading. I like to do that at the end of the year. Private readings are booked out. We'll open them up next year. I'll make an announcement when they're open. And hope you all have a lovely Christmas, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the blue banded agate, And this one is for you. So blue-banded agate is the stone of confidence and healing from any type of trauma. It's also a stone of starting over in life at times. It can be a begin again sort of energy, giving you the courage to begin again in any kind of adventure. And also just that healing of harshness and finding peace again, finding nature again, finding sweet, soothing energy again. Okay, so this is a super positive reading by the looks of it. Group 3. I've seen the sun here a ridiculous amount of times. But let's have a look at the past energy. We'll jump in with the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Or 4, 8, and 6 of Wands. So, wow. Group 3. Things have been really nice for you of late is what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of time spent with friends or within the home space that is just so full of joy. Within regards to your work, if you are spreading your work out in the world, I can see a lot more interest in your work or focus on you or the things that you've been doing. You may have been getting congratulations or attention or some sort of recognition here for something that you've done in the past. This could be also really successful community projects that have maybe completed this year and you're really happy with the progress of things within your community. And I feel like if there's a time of reflecting on this year, you are very grateful with the effort that you've put in and the way things have gone, even though there is still challenge in life and there's challenge in the reading. Not much though this week for group 3. I was going to say, if you want more challenge, maybe check a different group because there was a bit more challenge in 1 or 2 and they can still apply and still be very helpful. But group 3 this week is a very, very beautiful energy. You may have been just dancing, having fun, expressing yourself, talking to friends. You may be planning a traveling trip or you've already gone on a trip. You may have already left or maybe on the horizon here with the 8 of Wands. You can see flight energy there, like traveling. Beautiful good times had, lots of celebration, milestones, achievements, it's all here. Continuing on into the week ahead, we have the Ace of Wands, the Empress, the Fool. We've got so many beautiful cards. We've got the Queen of Cups. We'll just stop here for now. It just gets better anyway. So I see a lot of creativity and passion, excitement. If there's relationships you're connecting with, it's a really beautiful time to give, receive, share. Of course, it is the week before Christmas, so there may be a lot of that catching up with people and just giving gifts, giving from the heart, maybe just giving your presence as a present. Lots of healing, lots of soft time with I get a lot of feminine time here, so maybe if you are a woman, maybe catching up with the other ladies of your family or of your tribe, mothers, children, all of that energy, sisters, I really feel it there. Maybe I'm group 3 this week. I'm literally going to be flying to go and see my family, my sisters in particular. So I definitely feel that vibe for myself. Very exciting to go and see them. And I just, a lot of beautiful time here. If you are a mother, I see you making a really beautiful time for your children this week and just enjoying having them at home and doing different crafts and maybe going to look at Christmas lights. We see the stars here. You might be going to look at some lights, spending time with the people you love. So it's a really nice energy this week. Exploring and just being in the heart, cooking from the heart, speaking from the heart, dancing, creating art from the heart. It's all there, like so much love to give. Reconnecting with friends maybe you haven't heard from in a while. We see the family gathering with the 10 of Pentacles. You may be having a family gathering this Christmas and everyone's coming together. For some of you, you may be connecting to this message in the sense that this is something that you're hoping for in the 10 of Pentacles, that you might be wanting to build, you might be looking to build more connection with your community or with your business or the people in your world. So with the Star, I see that there's a lot of opportunity for healing in relationships and just expanding on the connections you already have. We also have the Knight of Wands in the energy at the end of the week too, so there's lots of excitement, maybe dancing, connecting with people you haven't seen in a while. It's very spontaneous fun. It's adventure. It's going for that walk, with your family after Christmas lunch or whatever it might be. Like it's just if there's an invite, it may be a Boxing Day celebration, it may be New Year's Eve, getting ready for that celebration. It could be anything, but I just feel like there's an invite, there's conversation, there's connection. It's a beautiful time. In the challenge, wouldn't be a reading without a little challenge. We've got the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. So for some of you, there may be a lot of stress around family situations, or a particular stress that's got you feeling a little anxious about this 10 of Cups scenario, the happy family outcome, everyone coming together and having it all. So for some of you, you may have broken family. You may need to leave one side of the family to visit another. Or for some of you, it may just be so hard to get to connect. Maybe you're not able to get to them, but maybe you can connect over the phone or via internet video call or something like this. So it's not all 100% perfect. I see so many beautiful cards, but there's still a little stress about leaving something behind, about leaving an emotional turmoil behind, or something that's been heavy. It may just be about, maybe there's been strain in the year over the last couple of years in your family, and it's about wanting to reconnect with them and also overstep the hurdles that you've come across, but not have them affect the connection moving forward. Or whatever it is that you're worried about, I do feel that there's a great solution here with the, what do we call him? The Magician, the 7 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. Your ability to handle and invest in connections, right? Your ability to communicate clearly, to stay within your power when handling conflict, if handling conflict. The 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups makes me feel like it's a really nice time to utilize your abilities, your healing skills, your words, the way in which you can infect people with love, and anything at all you have to offer, I see here, would be beneficial in connection, to invest, to take care of each other, to spend money or time on a gift. Maybe you want to create a gift for them, making it from the heart. However it is you want a gift, you may, your time or energy, or literal a gift. But 3 of Cups here is a reunion card, so spending time with family, spending time with the people you maybe haven't seen in a while, reconnecting. You even have this beautiful card of connect in your self-care prompts. So like I see here with a girl on the phone, you may have to use the phone to connect this year. That might be the case. You may be at a distance to your loved ones, but just do reconnect, spend their time doing that, and things are improving in relationship if there is any strain. Further guidance, we have got the 5 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. So with this particular combination, again, believe in your ability to handle and navigate any challenge. Magician, Queen of Wands, similar vibe. 5 of Wands, is conflict. It's people that aren't seeing eye to eye. It's things that aren't working out. It's chaos. But with the Queen of Wands, 6 of Swords, it's like, just stay in your power. Don't engage in the conflict. If auntie's being judgmental at the Christmas lunch, don't join the party or whatever. It's that whole thing. There's always someone in every bunch. Quite often. Don't engage in the drama. Just stay in your own power. Stay a merry bright light that you are. Release any of the heaviness that may be attached to dealing with people and family and stuff at this time of year, and even the stress of just Christmas shopping or getting through traffic. That could be the 5 of Wands, travel stress. Just all of it can be so much sometimes at a time where we're wanting to just relax and be with our loved ones. But do remember your power here with the Queen of Wands and your ability to influence people, your ability to heal, the energy you carry into a room and how effective that is on people. 6 of Swords, lightening the load. So outcome energy for this reading, we have got 6 of Cups, a beautiful outcome for those reuniting with friends and family. 3 of Cups is there as well. It is a reunion card, coming back together with people you haven't seen for a while, or connecting with those that feel like family, even if they're not blood family. They feel like soul family. We have the King of Pentacles here and the Death card as well, so you can definitely see a lot of structure in your, what do I want to say here? In your business, in your connections, in anything you're doing at this time, wherever it is that you are present, you can expect there to be childlike wonder, joy, playfulness, spontaneity, creativity, maybe even children around. And just you settling into that energy and just being where you are and spreading the energy that you have, creating, doing things, just enjoying the presence, I think. Just enjoying being in the day, in the moment, in this place, wherever this place might be, whatever it is you're cooking or whatever it is you're about to do. I think you're doing it well and enjoying it. With the Death card here as well, it is a change that is happening. So you can see, I think you can see a much brighter time than of recent past, or if this is in reflection to previous years, you can see things are very different. And it's a lot to do with how you're showing up, the way you stand in your power, the way you give love, the way you love yourself, how far you have come. Has a lot to do with it as well. Underlying energy for this reading is the Two of Cups, and as I was putting it down, the sun was poking out, which is interesting because we have oracle cards, more than one, with the sun. So this is also the Eight of Pentacles. You might be skill developing here. Some of you may have graduated and are ready to like launch your business in the new year. For some of you, there's just so much growth happening for you. It doesn't have to be only about Christmas, of course. I can see so much here about you aligning with a work choice or a business choice or a career choice or even a purchase of a home or an investment in something that's going to benefit you in the long term. I do feel like you will be making a big purchase. I see like a Boxing Day sale here for someone, which is actually my intention. I wanted to go and get a specific item on Boxing Day sale. So maybe this is my reading, or maybe that resonates with you too. Maybe you've got a plan to invest in something for the future on Boxing Day. Who knows? Let's go into the Oracle cards. You have Adventures here from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and this is exactly the card you're needing right now. It's time to go and have adventures. Let's go to the book. I was right on it too. Something exciting is around the corner. I wonder what it is. You're entering a new frontier filled with expansive energy. Begin to look at your world in new and different ways. Something that you thought was mundane or someone whom you may have overlooked will open the door to new opportunities and a bigger and bolder way of living. Be willing to see the world around you in new ways. Don't be lulled into complacency. This card appears when you're ready to move your blinders and take action so life doesn't become stagnant and lackluster. It also can signify incredible spiritual attunement and spiritual voyages. We also have the card Sun. I love that. I love the energy of this card. The picture is so beautiful. And this is a card of expansion, joy, brightness. You even have from the Tea Leaf Oracle, happiness and well-being, the sun. And like I said before, I just did it again. When I was playing with this card, I was looking at the underlying energy, the sun card was poking out. So you have 3 depictions of the sun, of joy, of growth, of happiness. It is a wonderful time. You have the card Reconnect, so this is a really good time to reconnect with family and friends and talking to people you haven't seen in a while, whether that's online or in person. You have the card Nature, a wonderful time to get out into nature, maybe taking a daily walk, just enjoying being wherever you are, slowing down at this time of year, just listening to the birds, watching the children play, whatever is happening, being present with it. We have cut your screen time in the self-care prompts and start a new hobby. You might like to do some Christmas crafts instead of scrolling, or just anything different, anything creative. Don't worry about what the world's doing, just be in your world, I think, this week, this time. We have the card Read. You might like to read something instead of, again, like scrolling. You might like to read Christmas stories to the kids, or, just read a book that enriches your life or lets your mind travel. We have Get Creative, like we've seen a lot in this reading. There's a lot of creativity here. Really a lot of encouragement to do that. We have Hydrate. Might be needing to focus on water, especially if you're having a couple of drinks this season, this time of year. You might like to make sure you're drinking lots of water as well. Or water might be a reminder you just need in general, and to carry a water bottle with you. You have the card I'm Abundant in Your Personal Power Oracle. So this is a perfect time to not only acknowledge the abundance that you have received this year, but also to give. If you have enough to give generously, without expectation of return or anything in any such sense, but just to give freely of the heart, because you are abundant. We have Tea Leaf Oracle. As I did say, you have the sun. You had June come out for the months of the year. June may have been a significant time for you. It also may be denoting the June that is coming is going to be a really wonderful time of development. I'm just really noticing the sun and the Ten of Pentacles. So you might have expansion in finances in June, and that there's going to be some change in the bigger structure of your life. Maybe you move house, or you buy something really big, or something happens in June that feels really big and full of growth. You have wind chime, peace and harmony. You really did get such beautiful cards this week. You've got dog, faraway friend. A distant friend is thinking of you. Might be a good time to reconnect with that friend. We have woman, dealing a relationship with a woman. I did say I felt a lot of feminine connection here. Mothers, sisters, aunties, all of that. Grandmother, perhaps. We have psychic ability, trust your intuition. And of course we have the sun. Wonderful card. And the last card for this reading today is Turkey. And I thought, this is like, how does it get any better? This is literally the last one, a card that I pulled, and it does not get any better. Look at this happy family. We've got Turkey, which is kind of like a Thanksgiving vibe. It says confidence, harvest, and good things ahead. The affirmation is, I strut my soul stuff in the world with confidence and charisma. Read the back for you here. It says, good things take time to grow and your time to shine will come. Practice gratitude and develop an abundant attitude because the universe wishes to bestow many blessings upon you. Know that you are worthy of receiving good things in your life. You have plentiful resources to share with others, so it is safe to enjoy giving freely to others. What did I just say? Be open to healing from past wounds around male energy. Connect with healthy pride and confidence to boost your esteem and give you courage and worth to apply yourself to your goals. And I think it's a wonderful time to really look at the new year and what you want to welcome in, as well as just enjoying the wind up of the year and being present. So it's kind of, yeah, a lovely time for you here. So what else? Anything else for group 3 today? I think that's about it. Hey, really? It's a beautiful reading. What else do group 3 need? Okay, we've got the 3 of Wands. I see the 4 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here. So what I'm feeling, the 4 or 5 of Pentacles is underneath that. I'm feeling like next year is a really important year in regards to your business and your finances, and then that's something you're waiting for, expansion. So just enjoy the wind up of the year. Enjoy and acknowledge all of your hard work so far, and understand that next year is going to be a year of building. I really do feel that way, and I think you might be a little anxious about it, but you're going to build well, I think. I really feel that for group 3, that there's a real strong message of next year being an abundant one, and you developing and growing your resources and your influence and your work big time. All right, group 3, that's what I have for you here in this reading. I hope that it has resonated with you. Keep your eye out for a reading giveaway that we're doing. I'll post it in the next couple of days. I would say it'll be on Facebook, but I'll post it everywhere. The entry will be on Facebook, as we do every year here. And what else? Readings for the rest of the year are finished. I'll make an announcement when I've got private sessions open again for next year. And that being said, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you got the comfort, clarity and guidance you might have been looking for. And have a Merry Christmas. I'll see you soon, group 3. Bye.